Me now is Karrie. We're going to talk about the Fulton Fall Festival. A lot of planning went into this, Karrie.
Yes, it did.
And you were telling me that the street is going to be open?
That's what we're hearing, yes.
That'll be so great.
Yeah, well, when we started this out, we found out like in May or June that the downtown streets were going to be pretty tore up. But the goal was to have them done by the end of September, and our festival is Saturday, October 4th. So, I said, how many projects do we know that ever go off on schedule? Maybe we had to have a plan B. So we did have a plan B. We were going to move the whole festival down towards the windmill. But for a variety of reasons, we decided we've been told it's going to be done and ready to go. So we should be able to have our Fall Fest right where it was last year. So.
And you were telling me you have spent a lot of time with different diagrams.
A lot of different streetscapes. What we really wanted to do is just make sure we didn't take the foot traffic away from our downtown businesses who've been struggling along this construction season all year. So, we just wanted to make sure people got downtown to shop at those shops and eat at their restaurants and have a drink at their bars. We just didn't want to pull that traffic away any further than we had to. So I think on our third try, I think we've got a map that works for all of that. So.
Very good. Things are getting underway early. You've got a run and a fitness competition.
Yeah. So at 8 o'clock, Jean Rader is an awesome race coordinator, and she's got a nice, fun run set up that starts at the parking lot of Denny O's Bar in the north end of Fulton and runs up along the bike path and back. And at the same time, Kyle at KT3 is hosting Fulton's Fittest competition. I'm not very fit other than running, but I've heard that's a lot of fun. He gets a lot of a good competition going there. So
okay.
Good way to start out the day nice and healthy.
That's good because you can build up an appetite because you've got all kinds of trucks there.
Yes, so I just got an updated map of where things are going to be located this morning, and I'll just quickly run through them because there's a lot of them. We have 12 food trucks. We have Corner Stop Catering, Cindy's Tropical Ice, Hy-Vee Sandwich Stand is going to come over, Steam Maker, The Boar's Nest, Flavor Train QCA, if you haven't had them, they're awesome. Of course, Kelly Girls Pizza, B&T Smoke and Barbecue, Kokomo's Shaved Ice, North End Dairy Treats, Blazin' Hibachi out of Iowa City, and then we have our local downtown businesses. Of course, you got Don Julio's and Manny's and Crumpets. I'm sure I'm forgetting somebody in there, but I mean, if you go away from this event hungry, you have done something wrong.
So there's fitness, there's food, but there's also music.
We have live music starting at 10 o'clock. Dan Peart's going to start out the day from 10 to 12:30, and he just does a nice job getting the festival music going. So he'll go from 10 to 12:30, and then starting at 1 o'clock, we have a duo called Kelly and Sarah Music, and they are just two amazing young ladies who are making it big in Nashville. We caught them last year. They were up here in the area. They have a relative that lives in Fulton, an aunt, Virginia Peterson, who worked at the Riverbend School District office. But they are just amazing, and they blew our crowd away last year. So we were able to rebook them just because they were little known last year and they're a little more known this year. So
that is amazing.
Yeah, they're really fun. Very, very entertaining. So.
And then, of course, at night you got the Lynn Allen Band.
Lynn Allen. We will have them as long as they are still willing to come because they just never age, it seems like. So they're going to play from 5 until 8 in front of the windmill. So they're just a lot of fun, and they just bring a big crowd every time. So.
And you say there's a beer garden this year.
We have our very first official beer garden during the day. So at night, we've always had a beer garden in front of the windmill with the band. So that's nothing new. That's going to continue. In fact, there's going to be food there that night. The Hy-Vee Grill is going to come out and make sure everybody has food at night. But during the day, we've never really wanted to have a beer garden because we thought it maybe took away from the bar business in town during the day. But for a lot of reasons, there's some insurance issues and staffing issues for the bars that make it hard for them to have alcohol outside their doors. So we went about the process of getting a beer garden license for ourselves. So we're having a beer garden right in front of the live music, right in the center of our downtown, kind of by Rooted and Dandelion Wishes and Crumpets in that little corridor there. So
that is amazing. So you might have to change the name to the Summer Festival, though, with this weather.
Gosh, I keep looking at it. And I remember this is probably 2 years ago. Lynn Allen Band nearly canceled because it was so cold. They said we just can't play instruments when it's less than 50, and we were worried about it being less than 50 at night. And we brought in propane heaters, and it went off without a hitch. But I don't think we're going to need heaters this year.
No, I don't think so. Not at all. Might have to have some fans.
We might need some fans for the guys. Yeah, it's going to be warm.
As always, we appreciate your time because this may be the last time we have you in studio. You're getting ready to move up to Wisconsin.
Yes, sir. Yeah, the end of the year is my kind of target date for being retired. And I know that they're on the hunt for somebody to replace me and help kind of organize. So the Fulton Fun Crew is a bunch of people, but there's, it kind of just like anything, it takes one person to kind of keep all the cats herded, and that's kind of my job. So
Herding cats, that's a good way of putting it.
Yes.
So again, this Saturday, downtown Fulton, the Fall Festival, things get underway early in the morning with
Yes.
the fitness stuff.
Yeah.
And then throughout the day, the food vendors and
Yeah.
crafts.
Yeah, we haven't really mentioned the shopping vendors. We got 30 to 40 different boutique vendor shops that you
okay,
can
yes.
stop and shop along the way. They're going to be located kind of in the street between Manny's and the Fulton Meat Market. And how do I forget Fulton Meat Market? They're going to have their sandwich stand going too. So
Yes.
so 30 to 35 vendors we have, just all kinds of unique shopping opportunities. And then the other big popular thing is the kids zone. That one is, we've got 3 bounce houses and a corn box and face painting and barrel train rides and just lots of stuff for the kids too. So
Should be a lot of fun. I hope we get a lot of folks over there for
I do
you.
too.
Karrie, thanks so much.
thank you.
Nelson Corp Wealth Management hosts Financial Focus every Wednesday at 9:05 a.m. on KROS. We'll bring you cutting-edge news on financial-related headlines, investment strategies, and more. The first Wednesday of the month, the show is extended to a half hour.